Hello, welcome to part 6 of the series. In this part, we are going to learn about the use context hooks. So, what is use context? So, it is a way to use context API within hooks. So, why do we need context? The first thing is, why do we need the context? So, we need context because there are many cases in which uh, we need to pass some props from one component to another 10 level deep, and the components which are in the middle, they don't require the prop, so they are just passing it through and it messes up the code. So and this is a way of state management also, you can think. So in smaller applications, sometimes people say it is a replacement of Redux, but I don't think so. Redux is very powerful and it should be learned, and it is there. Means in bigger project you cannot replace Redux as a central state management library, and the next series, as you might have guessed, it will be Redux only. So the you we will learn about how to use the use context hook. So and we have learned about context in my React series also. So you can go and learn how to use context in a class based component there. So let's get going, and let us create some files. So the best way to do this is to name those files as, let me do one thing, why I'm creating from here. When we have this, and we are inside components only, so let us do some terminal practice. So there is a touch command through that we can make. So one I want to make child.js, one I want to make parent.js, one is grandparent.js. So those three I have made, and those three are been created here. So let's get ahead. Let's go in. So child, RAFCE, and here child component, save it. Now the parent, RAFCE parent, and here just we have to show the child. And as you might have guessed, the next one is the grandparent, RAFCE. We'll close it down, and here we will show the parent. And let me save it, and we will go back to our app, and here we will include the grandparent. So you might have got the hierarchy. So grandparent is calling parent, parent is calling child. So they're in that level. So I have included this. Let me do the grandparent, and it is showing the child component. So our task is to, we want to pass props from props from app, from this app to child directly, and skipping this parent and grandparent. So how do we do this? So in app, for that we have to first also we have to, I don't know why it is happening nowadays in this app.js, what React is doing. So they are not even giving this import, and we require this or it will give error. They are not giving this also nowadays. So let us now create the context here. So then we have to come here and const user context equal to react dot create context. See, it is also showing it, and we have to export it. And now we have to use this user context to wrap the main component in app.js. So like this, user context, I'll move it up. And in user context we have to use, there is something known as the provider. So provider we have to use dot provider, so it will end it also like that. And we can pass the value like this, means whatever we want to pass, we can pass it like this. So maybe I'm passing my name, but it can be anything which I can want to pass. So I'm passing my name, so it is done. Now we'll go to the child. So as you might know that we are skipping this grandparent and parent, so we are directly going to the child. So in the child, let us do this, import user context, what we have exported it, because it is a named export. See, when we do it like this, it is known as named export. So we have to use as curly brackets. So from not this dot yeah dot app. And then, so what we are doing now, we are seeing the old way to do it without the use. There is a use context hook here, so we're going to soon see that. So this way also you can do in a even a functional component, but we will soon see it will get messier. Use context dot consumer, and the syntax is also not very appealing. So I want to show that here. So let me remove this altogether, and we have to use this curly bracket here, and user. So this user can be anything. So it is not like props that I'm using this value here. Value you have to use, but it is not like props. I can use anything here. So user, and we can right now use it. Whatever we have done, means whatever we have passed. So use the context dot provider, we pass the value, and user context dot consumer, we consume the value. So this is, and then we'll do a return also. From here we have to do a return also. So h1, let me do h1 child component with context, and we have to show it like this. Let me save it. Sometime nowadays it doesn't do. Yeah, it is doing child component with context Navindu. So Navindu is getting passed here. So as I have told, this is not the best of the code, means, and I show how it will get complicated now. So suppose I want to pass something else also. So then this we have to change. This we can change anything, means So I'm doing a channel context. So again we have to wrap this here. Channel context dot provider so it will be like this, value equal to my channel name, the web dev. So guys, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, the web dev, in which you are seeing this video. So let me save it. Now we will go back to child and channel context. Okay, it has been done. Now here it gets complicated. So the first thing is that I will have multiple lines, so I cannot have this return. So let me do one thing, let me remove it right now. So I will have this return. So when you have multiple statements, you have to do it inside this simple brackets. That was for a single line. So now here I will do channel context dot consumer. Here again channel, anything you can take, and then again now return. We will have multiple statements here using a fragment. Now we can use both of the values. Now inside so much looping, we can use both of the value. So I had deleted it, so let me paste it back like this, and h2 channel is channel. So let me save it. It is again not coming nowadays. So hot reloading doesn't happen, I don't know why. So channel is the web dev, so it is coming. But see this code, this is so much complicated. If someone don't know that much React or something, and he comes here, she comes here, see how complicated this code is. So much inner looping and all those things are there. So, and if we add one more, so you might have guessed, again we have to do the same song and dance. So the way to use it, I will leave it like this. So let us use the parent also, because parent is also not directly called. Actually from grandparent, parent is called. So suppose I want to use it in parent, so how to do it? See, one thing is that use context is only for the consumer. You still have to do this provider like this only. There is no other way. So use context, because it is not that much complicated. Also the complicated thing is this thing. So use context I have to do, and just like here, let me copy this. I have to import it first, but I am using this use context hook. Then I'll come here, const user equal to use context user context. Channel equal to use context channel context. Okay, and then I want to use it h1 use context hook, user, and channel. Save it and see this use context, that definitely this will come first because the parent is there. I am using it at top. So use context would now into web dev, so it is done, and this one is already there. So this is how simple it is to use the context. Compare this with this. So this is how easy, and the code is so simple using it. We just have to use this use context hook like this. So this completes part 6 of the series. Hope you learned the use context. It is very easy to use. So I will see you soon in the part 7.